What is going on, guys? Today we are going to work on a broken innovative type. To start off, we are going to press the Control and N key for a new file. The width on this file is going to be 7, height is 4.5, resolution 300, color mode RGB, and background is white. Click on OK. To start off, we are going to have the background set to black. So for that, it's going to be Option and Backspace. Type T for the Type tool. Go up here where it says Myriad Pro. Type in Trajan Pro 3 Regular. The size on this is going to be 100 points. The color of the text is going to be white. Click on OK. Now click and let me go. Type B. And we are going to spell out broken, so we're going to want to duplicate these layers 5 times. Now the first B copy, double click on the thumbnail, type R, second copy, type O, third copy is K, E, and the last copy is N. So I'm going to start off with the N, hold Shift, click on your Move tool, and then hold Shift, move it to the right, and I'm going to do this for each layer so that I can have the word broken spelled out, and I'll be right back. So now that we have the word broken spelled out and centered, we're going to go to our K layer. Double click the thumbnail on this layer, change this color to any type of red that you want, click OK, and click off to the side of this K layer to add a layer style. Now for this style, we are going to want to choose Bevel and Emboss. The style is Inner Bevel, technique is Chiseled Hard, the depth is 100%, direction is up, size 40, soften 0, the angle is 120, the altitude is 30, the highlight mode is screen, opacity 58, multiply, and 32. Click on OK, and then click on your top layer, which should be the N layer, and then shift click on your B layer right here at the bottom, create a group, change that name to text. That should be your text group. Expand that text group, and we are going to want to rasterize all of these layers. So to do that, press the top layer again, hold Shift and click on the B layer. To rasterize, go to your layer menu, rasterize, type, and all of your layers should be rasterized. For this next step, you want to make sure that snap is off, checked off. I already have mine checked off here. And click on, once you have the snap off, click on your B layer and select your polygonal lasso tool behind your lasso tool, and you want to create a few triangles across your letters so that it can have that cracking effect. So you want to make a triangle here and then select your move tool so that you can move the small pieces of the layers slightly. And I'm going to do this to all of the layers, so I'll pause the video and come back. Okay guys, welcome back. Now that you have the cracks the way you want it, the next step is to click on your B layer, select your magic wand behind your quick selection tool, and you want to make a selection with each fragment on the letters, and you make the first selection. Hold shift to add another selection, which is that little piece right there. Continue holding shift to select more pieces, and we're going to want to press Command J to make a new layer. Rename that layer B Cracks, and essentially we are going to want to do this with each individual letter and create a separate group for the cracks, and I'll be right back to do so. And welcome back guys. Now that you have made the selections of the fragments within each letter, the next step is to double click besides the B crack layer to add a layer style. We're going to select the drop shadow. The blend mode is multiply, the color is black, the opacity is 80%, angle is at 120, distance is at 20 pixels, the spread is 12, and the size is 16. And we're going to move on to click the outer glow. The outer glow is going to have a blend mode of screen, the opacity of 100, noise is 0. The technique is softer. The spread is 36%, the size is 18, and the range is 50. And click OK. And now we want the same effects for each letter. So we're going to go ahead and, while holding Alt, we're going to want to click and drag to copy the effects for each letter. Now for the K layer, we're going to want to add the bevel and emboss just because it canceled out that effect when duplicating the previous effects. And the next step is to make a reflection out of this entire text effect. So to do that, we're going to want to copy this entire group. So press Ctrl J, click on the Edit menu, Transform, and flip vertically. After this, you're going to want to rename your layer to reflection and select your move tool. While holding shift, move your reflection down and the next step after that is to add a layer mask and have the reflection and opacity of 25%. And for the layer mask, you want to select your gradient tool and while holding shift, click and drag from the bottom towards the middle. And you have a reflection. The next step is to add a smoky effect in the background behind this text. So we're going to want to create a new layer and call this smoke. And to do this, select your brush tool, select a soft rounded brush, bring up your brush menu, make sure to have smoothing selected, as well as airbrush style, and the opacity of your brush up at the options bar is going to be at a 29%. Next, we're going to want to paint in some smoke. And this is where creativity comes in. It doesn't have to be exactly as what I'm going to do. And I'll be right back. Now that you have painted the smoke, I'm going to close the eyes of the cracks and the text layer so I can see the smoke better. And you would want to select the smoke layer. Next, select your filter menu, go down to Other, and select Maximize. And then the radius would be depending on your preference. I chose a radius of 11. And click OK, and you'll get this refined smoky effect, and open up the eyes of the cracks and text layers, and now you have the broken innovative type effect.